Hello, Martin here. I don't know why I looked down. I just looked down at this piece of paper. This has got the questions on. I looked down when I was just about to say my name. I needed to read my name. It's Martin Roberts here with another property clinic. How are you? Yeah, you know the score. This is your chance to ask me questions about everything to do with anything. Sometimes it's property, sometimes it's complete random drivel, and it's normally the random drivel ones that go on for so long. This week, my random drivel is probably going to be about Gerry Anderson, as in Thunderbirds. You can imagine that's going to go. I'll save it. Oh, I'm so desperate to ramble right now. No, don't rumble yet. Wait. Right, where was I? Hello. I do this thing on a Monday, right? Ask Martin Monday. Hashtag Ask Martin Monday. Normally on a Monday, unless it's a bank holiday, when it's on a Tuesday. But it isn't called Ask Martin Tuesday. It's called Ask Martin Monday, even though it's not on a Monday. You know, that's okay, isn't it? That's somebody set that as a precedent. It doesn't actually have to be on a Monday. It'll still be an Ask Martin Monday. Yeah, on my Twitter, which is at TV Martin Roberts, which is annoyingly different to my Facebook and my Instagram, which are Martin Roberts TV. I don't know why I messed that up. I think somebody nicked Martin Roberts TV off. I don't know, it's really annoying. Because remember that I did that whole thing with the I'm a Celebrity Jungle thing. I really wasn't into anything about like social media when I went in. I was like, I think I've got a Twitter account or something. And Scarlett was there. Remember Scarlett? Amazing Scarlett. And she was like so into social media, well they all were. And I was like, what's Instagram? Never even heard of that. But I think there was a famous quote where I actually said, why would anyone want to look at pictures of you eating kebabs and your dog? Because that's what she said she posted most of the time. I was like, wow, apparently people do. Anyway, they do, obviously. But by the time I came out of the jungle, somebody set up a fake Instagram account, which I think was Martin Roberts TV, or whatever. And it had more followers than I've still got all these years on. And that was a fake one. I thought, listen, that's really me. How frustrating is that? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, as I do in these things. Anyway, get in contact with your questions. They might be about property, might be about everything else, blah, blah, blah. And make sure you like this video. Sure that you do that other thing. What is it? Subscribe to the channel. That's the one. Martin Roberts Property Tidbits. What's it going on me today? I'm going to look down to get my name. Forgot the name of my YouTube channel. Maybe I should stop right now. It's not going to be the most informative, is it? I can't even remember my name. I'm not going to know much about property. Lardy bing. Let's get going. Wendy CI3762. What is that? Anyway, I think that's Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Why, when filming the estate agents, giving valuations when the property's finished or nearly finished? Okay, this is on Homes Under the Hammer, why are they all filmed at an angle? By the end of the programme, I have neck ache. Well, I think it's a style thing. There you go. Is that any better? Does that work? Feeling seasick? Actually, I quite like that. You see, that's not bad. See, that actually works for me. So that is why. See, that is a bit more of an interesting shot than just that. But we'll stick with convention. So that's why we do it, Wendy, because it's really trendy. But I'm sorry you have neck ache. You can always turn your TV on its side. Why don't you try that? Blah, blah. Ollie Driscoll. Am I going back to work? Well, as you may know, Homes Under the Hammer, we haven't been filming. And there's lots of talk in the TV production industry at the moment about starting up again. I think they've started doing Coronation Street and EastEnders. But in terms of Homes Under the Hammer, obviously we've just got to work out the practicalities of filming the show. Probably going to use auction properties that are done by online auctions, because there aren't any real life, actual people in a room type auctions right now. In terms of me in the property filming, we're just going to have to work through that. There's lots of boxes to be ticked, barring various things where you've got to adhere to the right rules and regulations and da-da-da-da. But I did have a conversation with the people at the production office last week, and there were mutterings of potentially starting filming again in June. So that would be pretty good, because that's Monday. But sometime in June anyway, so maybe blah, blah, blah. Okay, hi Tony Blundetto, marvellous name. Tony Blundetto 1. More Tony Blundettos? Is that a common name? Doesn't sound like common to me. How do I start on a property journey? Where do I find auctions? And what is the key to making a profit? Wow. Well, look, so on this channel, on the YouTube channel you're watching now, Martin Roberts Property Tidbits, there is my property masterclass, which covers lots of stuff about getting you started on your journey to becoming a property investor. Look out for some new ones which are coming up very soon. Buy-to-let basics. I'm going to be doing an auction one, also looking at the structure that you place your property investment in, which is something that people forget a lot. But it actually is really important, as in you buy it just you, or you buy in a business, or you structure it with other people as partnerships and all sorts of things. So that's in the property masterclass coming up very soon. Where do I find auctions is the second part of that question. And what's the key to making a profit? The key to the profit is you make your profit when you buy a property at the best possible price. You make money when you buy a property cheap. Well, I mean, you actually make the physical money when you sell it, but you build in the value when you buy it. And auctions are a good way to go. All auction properties are not bargains, but there are bargains at auction. Found out about auctions. I've got a property auction masterclass. Right, I've got to say that's the best thing you can possibly do. It's a course that you can do online, and it's really good. If you check out martinrobertspropertyeducation.com, lots of information about that on there. I highly recommend you do that. But there are auctions up and down the country. If you just Google property auctions, they'll come up left, right and centre. The EI group is another website to look out for. That's got lots and lots of information about property auctions. The key to making a profit, though, is buying sensibly. And there's lots of advice on that. I've also got a book, Making Money from Property. Because what is the key to making a profit? Oh, wow, that's a whole... Just check out the other stuff, right? Go on a masterclass and all that kind of stuff. Right, Jamie Anderson. I am Jamie Anderson. Will you be a guest on the Gerry Anderson Podcast? We know you're a huge Gerry Anderson fan. I so am. Well, I would absolutely love to go on your podcast. You can talk to me left, right and centre about the Gerry Anderson stuff. In case you don't know, Gerry Anderson was the guy who did Thunderbirds, Fireball XL5, Stingray, Joe 90, classic kids entertainment from, well, my era for sure. Oh, wow. It was just perfect, wasn't it? I mean, from the start, from the opening credits, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Thunderbirds on go! And then there was these fantastic bits of kit, Thunderbird 2, the big green one with a little pod underneath it, which had Thunderbird 4 in, which was the little yellow submarine thing, but it also had lots of other things like the D things with a great rotating kind of spirally kind of D things that were just there for digging people out of buildings that had fallen down. And it was just brilliant. Just Thunderbirds was probably my favourite. There was a brilliant episode about where some mad scientist had accidentally washed perhaps some weirdo chemicals down the sink. And it had, that's just a random cough, by the way, it's not a serious cough. I mean, we socially distance anyway, do you? What do you care? You're not going to catch it by watching my video, are you? But I'm fine. Yeah, no, alligators, wow. Alligators, huge. Alligators grow as a result of said chemicals, and it was a really great episode, and I can't remember what happened, but they wouldn't have killed the alligators, they would have had to do something. Maybe they did, actually. Yes, that's not very wildlife friendly, is it? But I think they grew to be massive and pretty horrible, a bit like Godzilla. Was Godzilla bad? I think Godzilla was bad. Did he come back as a good lizard? I can't remember. Anyway, so lots of episodes and buildings fall down and la la la. But I did go to a Gerry Anderson convention once, and it was awesome. And they actually had Sylvia Anderson, who was Gerry Anderson's wife, and she was just talking about just the making of it. And Parker, yes, my lady. That's the Thunderbirds, but then you had Joe 90. That was the thing to Joe 90. And he went into like this rotating bowl thing. Do you remember that with the specs, these glasses? Great. And then Stingray. I can't remember this. Stingray. Stingray. And at the end, they had that was it Aquamarina? And it's like this mermaidy thing. Aquamarina. And the great music by, it's probably on the screen right now. That was it. It was them. They did the music. Anyway, just a long story short, a short answer long. Love to do a podcast. Get in contact. Please do. John Ladd 66. Hi, John Ladd 66. And again, not a profit-related question, but who cares? We're quite enjoying these non-profit-related questions here. Hi, Martin. What was the first single you ever bought and the last concert you went to? Ooh, well, my first single, I think, was We Wish You a Womble Merry Christmas or Remember You're a Womble. I was into the Wombles. Were you into the Wombles? Remember the Wombles? Okay, start for 10. Name me, am I going to be mean and say 5 or should I say 4? I'll say 4. Name me 4 Wombles. Come on. Okay, we have Uncle Bulgaria. We have Madame Cholet. We have Orinoco. We have Tobermory. I bet you didn't remember Tobermory, did you? And there's one other, Wellington Wombles. Ta-da! How many did you get? Yeah, you got 5. You're a superstar. Wombles were brilliant. So anyway, but then Mike Batt, who, interesting fact, went on to produce Katie Malua, who's this really cool, lovely, amazing folk singer. And but anyway, he did the Wombles, and it was amazing. In fact, the albums were superb, really. You check out the Wombles albums, I know you're thinking I'm going mad, but no, the Wombles albums were great. And the music on them was fantastic. Hall of the Mountain Womble. Ooh, amazing. That's a take on some classical thing. Hall of the Mountain Womble. Hall of the Mountain King, I mean, whatever. It's really good. So Wombles, probably the Wombles. I seem to remember a song called Jungle Rock by Hank Mazzell. Jungle Rock. I was into electronics when I was young, and I built this kind of thing that made my record player turn on when the alarm went off. And so every morning I'd wake up to the sound of Hank Mazzell doing Jungle Rock. So that was great. Last concert I went to, well, you know what, I could probably Glastonbury last year, right, where there were lots of concerts, and I saw lots of amazing things, as you do always at Glastonbury. Oh, I can't believe there's no Glastonbury this year. Oh, so sad. And I had tickets. I got tickets. I was like, oh. Anyway, apparently they're being rolled over next year, so we'll just have to look forward to that. Anyway, but I think the last concert that wasn't Glastonbury, I think was Rolling Stones, actually. I took my son to see Rolling Stones, and it was awesome. And, you know, I mean, and what I really loved about Mick Jagger, actually, I saw him in Cardiff. He would, you know, for somebody like that, sometimes these big artists, they're a bit like, you know, just come on and play their songs, and they're a bit bored. He was so engaging with the crowd, and it was just wonderful to think somebody who's got so big and could be so flippant. It was so brilliant. So I think I would say probably Rolling Stones, which is amazing. Right, Moggy Row. Hello, Moggy Row. What's the smallest property you've seen go to auction, and what's the largest? Why not? Well, I think the smallest was probably either a garage, and interesting enough, there was somebody who was just buying up these garages. You know what? They weren't very expensive, but when you banked them all together, this person had about 6,000 garages, all bringing in like 20 quid a week, not costing very much to buy them. And so his model operation was garages, and yeah, so wow. Either that or a toilet block. We have had lots of toilets sometimes under that. We had one really interesting toilet conversion, which was actually down on the Portway. Was it Portway? Or somewhere in Bristol. It's on the outskirts of Bristol, on the road that leads you from Bristol out to the 7 and the M5. And on the left-hand side there was a toilet block set right down. Somebody did an amazing job of converting it. Extraordinary. The biggest property was probably, it's the commercial stuff we see, you know, the big buildings, the workshops, offices, whatever. There was a great, I think the one we did in like a big warehouse in Liverpool that was massive, 3 stories. It would just be an amazing block of flat or just something. So that was probably the biggest and worst. Phil A. Dawson, if you had £1,200, £120,000 in the bank, is it worth the hassle to buy a property and rent it for £500 a month before the necessary monthly direct debits and potential costs, blah, 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 blah. £500 a month, that's £6,000 a year on £120,000 investment. That's 5%. It's not exactly massive, but it's a lot more than you're going to get from the bank. If you don't have a mortgage on it and limited repair costs, then it should still be worth doing as long as it doesn't put you under any excess financial strain. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so you need to take independent advice on that. But I would have thought I would buy 2 £60,000 properties, which you probably get £400 a month for. That's going to increase your yield quite a lot. So maybe consider that, Phil. Okay, this is from McCluskey Paul 71. Hello. Do you know the places you're due to visit beforehand? Well, I don't just randomly drive around the country hoping to bump into an auction property. So I do know where I'm going, but I don't actually... I've never been in the properties beforehand. I turn up, have a cursory hello to everybody without really looking around, and then explore it with you, holding your hand at the first time you see it. So thank you for that question, Paul. And final question. Oh, interesting one. This is from Hamath76. Hi, Martin. Hi. Would you invest in 2 properties in a worse area or 1 in a good area? Better returns on 2, but less hassle on 1. I would go for 1 property in a good area because, as you quite rightly say, it's less hassle, and probably I want to buy, ideally, a bad property in a good area rather than a good property in a bad area. And what's the difference between good and bad? You know, everyone knows there's areas which are more desirable than others. So it depends why you're doing it. You're doing it for return on your rental. Your 2 properties in a bad area probably are going to provide more rent than your 1 property in a good area. Good areas are more more bulletproof in downtime, so that's something to maybe consider. I've also got the hassle, so lots and lots to think about on that one. So yeah, no specifically easy answer to that. I'd probably go for one in a good area at the end of the day. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much. Make sure you'll join again when I do this again, which will probably be next time. I can almost guarantee that. Make sure you like this complete twaddle. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not doing already, and tell your friends if they've got 15 minutes to waste, then here's a good way to do it. We'll see you next time.